I'm standing on a rooftop venue in downtown, surrounded by string lights and champagne bubbles, and I can't stop smiling. This is my engagement party, my engagement party. Sometimes I still can't believe it's real. Maya, come here. My mother calls out, waving me over to a group of her friends. Tell Mrs. Chen about the venue you booked for the wedding. I excuse myself from David's business associates and make my way through the crowd. It's this beautiful garden estate upstate. I explain, watching my mother beam with pride. Outdoor ceremony, reception in a restored barn with chandeliers. It sounds absolutely perfect for our Maya. My mother says, squeezing my hand, and David is such a wonderful man, successful, respectful, from a good family. David Park. My fiancé. Even thinking those words makes my heart flutter. 2 years together, and I still feel like the luckiest woman alive. He's everything I ever wanted: stable, ambitious, handsome, reliable. Everything my ex-boyfriend Ryan wasn't. Future sister, Jessica, David's sister, appears beside me with 2 champagne flutes. She hands me one and pulls me into a hug. I'm so excited you're officially going to be part of our family. Me too, I say, meaning it. Jessica and I have gotten close over the past 2 years. She's been helping me plan the wedding, giving me advice about David's family, making me feel welcomed. I'm Maya Chen, 26, a marketing coordinator at a mid-sized firm downtown. I've worked hard to build my career, to create a life I'm proud of. And now everything is falling into place exactly the way I dreamed. The party is perfect. About 70 guests, friends from college, co-workers, family members, David's business contacts. Everyone seems happy, celebrating us. I take a sip of champagne, my 3rd glass of the night, and scan the room for David. That's when I see him, Ryan Lee, my ex-boyfriend from 3 years ago. My stomach does a small flip, but not the good kind. Just surprise. I'd forgotten David invited him. Ryan spots me and waves, making his way through the crowd. He looks good, same easy smile, same casual confidence. We dated for a year in our early 20s before reality set in. Ryan was spontaneous and fun, but unreliable. He'd cancel plans last minute for photography gigs, disappear for days on assignments, prioritize his art over everything else. I needed stability. We ended things amicably. Maya, congratulations, Ryan says, pulling me into a friendly hug. You look amazing. Thanks, Ryan. I'm surprised to see you here. David invited me, said it was a mature gesture, showing there were no hard feelings. He grins. I appreciated that. Shows he's confident. We make small talk. He tells me his photography business is doing well now, that he's been traveling for assignments, finally making real money. I feel genuinely happy for him. There you are. David appears, sliding his arm around my waist. He shakes Ryan's hand firmly. Glad you could make it, man. Wouldn't miss it. Ryan says, you two are great together. The 3 of us laugh about old college memories, terrible parties, worse professors. That time Ryan fell asleep during a final exam. It's comfortable, easy, proof that exes can be friends. Everything feels perfect. David kisses my temple. I'm going to grab another drink. You good? Perfect. I tell him, and I mean it. As the night continues, I float through conversations, accepting congratulations, laughing at toasts. I have no idea that in less than 12 hours, this perfect life will completely fall apart. I have no idea that someone at this party is planning my destruction. I have no idea that the man smiling at me across the room is about to rue in everything I've built. But right now, in this moment, I'm just happy. By midnight, the party is winding down. Guests are trickling out, saying their goodbyes, promising to see us at the wedding. I'm standing near the coat check, feeling the pleasant buzz of champagne, when I realize I definitely shouldn't drive home. 3 glasses, maybe 4, definitely tipsy. I pull out my phone to call an Uber, but then remember David left an hour ago. Emergency business call with a client in Tokyo, something about a deal that couldn't wait. He'd kissed me goodbye and told me to get a ride with Sophie. Sophie, my best friend. I scanned the room, but she's gone. She mentioned leaving early for an early morning meeting. Damn, hey, you need a ride. I turn. Ryan is standing there with his keys in hand, looking friendly and harmless. Oh, I was just going to call an Uber. I say, don't be ridiculous. I'm heading out anyway. Which direction are you? South side, near the waterfront. I'm north, but it's no problem. Seriously, it's late. Let me drive you. I hesitate for maybe 3 seconds. It's just a ride from an old friend. What's the harm? Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. During the drive, we fall into easy conversation. Ryan asks about my job, about David, about the wedding plans. I find myself gushing about how stable and reliable David is. He's just everything you weren't back then, you know, no offense. Ryan laughs. None taken. I was immature, unreliable. I get it. You made the right choice, Maya. David seems like a solid guy. He is, I say, feeling validated. We talk about Ryan's photography work, the places he's traveled. Italy last month, Japan before that. It sounds exciting but exhausting. I'm glad I chose stability over spontaneity. Before I know it, we're pulling up to my apartment building. Ryan puts the car in park and turns to me. I'll walk you to the door. He says, you don't have to. It's late. Come on. We walk to the lobby entrance together. The street is quiet, just a few cars passing by. I'm fumbling with my keys when Ryan speaks. It was good seeing you tonight, Maya. You really do look happy. I am happy, I say, smiling. Then, without any warning, he leans in and kisses me. For 2 seconds, I'm completely frozen, shocked. His lips are on mine, his hand on my arm, and my brain can't process what's happening. Then reality crashes in. I shove him away, hard. What the hell, Ryan? My voice is shaking, a mix of anger and panic. He steps back immediately, hands raised in surrender. I'm sorry. I had to know if there was anything still there. There isn't. I'm almost shouting now, looking around to make sure no one saw. I'm engaged, Ryan. Engaged? What were you thinking? You're right. I'm sorry. That was stupid. Just seeing you tonight, it brought back memories. But you're right. I'm sorry. I need you to leave, now. Maya. Now, Ryan. He nods, backing away. I'm sorry. Really? Congratulations on your wedding. I watch him walk back to his car, my heart pounding so hard it feels like it might burst. I fumble with my keys, finally get the door open, and rush into my building. In the elevator, I lean against the wall, trying to catch my breath. What the hell just happened? I pushed him away immediately. It was 2 seconds, if that. He kissed me, and I rejected him. That's what happened, nothing more. Should I tell David? I think about it as I unlock my apartment door. It was nothing, just Ryan being inappropriate, and I handled it. If I tell David, it'll create unnecessary drama. He'll want to confront Ryan, maybe end the friendship. It'll become this big thing when it was really just nothing. I decide not to mention it. It's over, handled, done. I change into pajamas, wash my face, and crawl into bed. My phone shows a text from David. Hope you got home safe. Love you. Home safe. Love you too. I reply. I fall asleep feeling guilty, even though I didn't do anything wrong. I pushed him away. That's what matters. What I don't know, what I can't possibly know, is that someone was watching. Someone took a photo of those 2 seconds. Someone captured the exact moment Ryan's lips touched mine before I pushed him away, and by morning that photo will be everywhere. By morning my entire world will be in ruins. My phone is vibrating, buzzing, ringing. It pulls me from sleep like an alarm I can't silence. I grab it, squinting at the screen. 17 missed calls from David. 30, 2 text messages. My stomach drops before I even read them. The first text, "Call me now." Second, "How could you do this to me?" Third, "Everyone is sending me this photo." Everyone? My hands start shaking as I scroll. The messages get angrier, more accusatory, more desperate. Then I see it. An image attached to one of the texts. It's me and Ryan, kissing. In front of my apartment building. I feel like I'm going to vomit. The angle makes it look intimate, consensual, like I wanted it. You can't see me frozen in shock. You can't see the moment, seconds later, when I shoved him away. The photo captured the exact instant our lips touched, nothing more. I called David immediately. He answers on the first ring. "David, I can explain." "Explain what, Maya?" His voice is cold, furious. "Explain how you cheated on me at our own engagement party. Explain how you lied to my face." I didn't cheat. Ryan kissed me and I pushed him away immediately. It was 2 seconds, David. 2 seconds. I pushed him off and told him it was wrong. Then why didn't you tell me last night? Why hide it if it was so innocent? I don't have a good answer. I didn't want to make a big deal out of nothing. It was nothing, David. I swear on everything, nothing. He laughs, bitter and harsh. "Maya, this photo is everywhere. Jessica forwarded it to me at 6 this morning. Marcus saw it on some gossip account. My mother called me crying, asking if the wedding is canceled. Your friend Sophie is blowing up my phone asking what's going on. This is not nothing. My blood runs cold. What do you mean everywhere? Check your Instagram," he says and hangs up. No, 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 no. I open Instagram with trembling hands. My notifications are exploding, hundreds of them. I've been tagged in dozens of posts. My heart stops when I see the account, Wedding Cheater 626. The post shows my photo, me and Ryan kissing, with a caption that makes my skin crawl. Maya Chen cheating on her fiancé with her ex at her own engagement party. Guess the wedding's off. Face with tears of joy. The post has been shared everywhere, community groups, my workplace's unofficial social page, my college alumni network, local gossip accounts. The comments are vicious. "What a slut. Poor David, he deserves so much better. I always knew she was fake. This is why you can't trust women. She looks like the type who would cheat." People I barely know are calling me names, making assumptions, destroying my character in real time. My phone starts ringing again, Jessica this time. Then my mother, then my boss. I can't breathe. I turn off my phone and curl up in bed, pulling the blanket over my head. This can't be happening. This can't be real. In less than 12 hours, I've gone from having a perfect life to being publicly destroyed. Everyone thinks I'm a cheater. Everyone believes the worst about me based on a single photo taken out of context, and I have no idea who took that photo. I have no idea who created that account. I have no idea who wants to ruin my life this badly, but someone did this deliberately. Someone was watching. Someone was waiting, and I won't stop until I find out who. I finally turn my phone back on around 2 in the afternoon. Messages have tripled. Most are from people I barely know, asking if the rumors are true, offering fake sympathy while obviously fishing for gossip. There's a knock at my door. I check the peephole. It's Sophie. Thank God. I open the door and she immediately pulls me into a hug. I start crying before I can even speak. "Maya, what the hell happened?" She asks, guiding me to the couch. I tell her everything, the ride home, Ryan's sudden kiss, how I pushed him away instantly, how I decided not to tell David because it felt like nothing. Then why Is everyone acting like you had an affair? Sophie asks. Because the photo makes it look like I wanted it. And because I didn't tell David immediately. I'm crying hard now, mascara running. Sophie, I didn't do anything wrong, but no one believes me. Sophie pulls out her phone and starts scrolling through the posts. Her expression darkens. Who took this photo and who posted it? I don't know. The account is fake. It could be anyone at the party. Or it could be someone who planned this. Sophie says quietly. Before I can respond, there's another knock. Sophie opens the door. It's Jessica, David's sister. Walks in, and the look on her face makes my stomach sink. Cold, disappointed, judgmental. Maya, I need you to be honest with me. Jessica says, crossing her arms. Did you cheat on my brother? No, Jessica, I swear. Ryan kissed me and I pushed him away. It lasted 2 seconds. Then why does he have a different story? Jessica interrupts. My blood turns to ice. What do you mean? Ryan posted on his Instagram story this morning. He said you two talked about old feelings at the party and that the kiss was mutual. He said you told him you were having doubts about David. That's a lie. I'm shouting now, standing up. He's lying. Why would he say that? Jessica's expression doesn't change. Maya, I've known you for 2 years. I trusted you with my brother's heart. But right now, the evidence doesn't look good for you. David is devastated. My mother is planning to cancel the venue. And honestly, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Jessica, please, I think you should give David some space, she says coldly. Let him process this. She walks out without another word. Sophie immediately wraps her arms around me as I break down completely. We need to figure out who's behind this, Sophie says quietly, because someone orchestrated this whole thing, Maya. This wasn't random. Later that evening, my mother calls. I answer, hoping for support, but instead I get a lecture. Maya, people are talking. Aunt Linda's friends are asking questions. Mrs. Park from church asked if it's true. You need to fix this. Apologize to David's family. Make this right. Mom, I didn't do anything wrong. Then why does it look like you did? She asks. Why is there a photo? Why did you get in a car with your ex-boy friend at midnight? Why didn't you tell David? Because I thought I was making a small decision that didn't matter. I thought I was just accepting a ride from an old friend. Well, it matters now, my mother says. It matters very much. Our family's reputation is being dragged through the community because of your poor judgment. She's more worried about reputation than about me. More concerned with what people think than whether I'm okay. I hang up and sit alone in my apartment, the full weight of my situation crushing me. I've lost my fiancé's trust. His family hates me. My reputation is destroyed online. My mother is ashamed of me. And somewhere out there, someone is celebrating my downfall. This wasn't an accident. This was planned. Orchestrated. Someone wanted to destroy my life, and they succeeded. But why, and who? I need to find out. Because I'm not going down without a fight. The next morning, I do something I should have done immediately. I call the police. Detective Sarah Kim meets me at the station. She's professional, direct, with sharp eyes that make me feel like she's actually listening. Ms. Chen, I understand you believe you're a victim of defamation and possibly revenge porn. She says, opening a notepad. Someone deliberately took that photo and posted it to destroy my reputation. I explain. And my ex-boyfriend is lying about what happened, making it worse, claiming the kiss was mutual when it wasn't. Let's start with what we can prove. Do you have any enemies? Anyone who would benefit from ruining your engagement? I think hard. I can't think of anyone. I'm just a regular person. I work in marketing. I keep to myself. I don't have drama with anyone. What about your fiancé? Does he have enemies, business rivals? That stops me. David is successful, competitive. Maybe he's in real estate development. He's closed some big deals that other developers wanted. What about his ex-girlfriends? He's only had one serious relationship before me, and she moved to Boston years ago. Detective Kim makes notes. And your ex-boyfriend, Ryan Lee, what's his relationship status? Any reason he'd want to sabotage your engagement? I don't know. We haven't been close since we broke up 3 years ago. I'll need his contact information. We'll want to question him about his Instagram post claiming the kiss was mutual. As I leave the police station, my phone rings. It's Sophie. Maya, I found something. You need to come to my place right now. 20 minutes later, I'm sitting on Sophie's couch as she opens her laptop. Her expression is intense, focused. I did some digging on that burner account that posted your photo, Wedding Cheater 626. I used some tools from work to trace the IP address and cross-reference the posting time with social media activity, and my heart is pounding. The account was created 3 days before your engagement party. Whoever made it was planning this in advance. This wasn't opportunistic, Maya. This was premeditated. I feel dizzy. Who would plan something like this? And get this, the IP address traces back to a location near David's office building, downtown financial district. What are you saying? I'm saying someone close to David might be involved. Sophie pulls up another screen. And there's more. I found Ryan's roommate on Facebook. His name is Brandon Taylor. I sent him a message pretending to be a photography client interested in Ryan's work. He responded, and we got to talking. Maya, I think he knows something. How do you know? Because when I asked how business has been for Ryan lately, he said something weird. He said, "Oh, Ryan just came into some money recently. Said a project paid off." That's a strange way to describe photography work. 2 hours later, Sophie and I are sitting in a coffee shop across from Brandon Taylor. He's nervous, fidgeting with his cup, avoiding eye contact. I don't want to get involved in drama, he says quietly. Brandon, if you know something about what Ryan did, I need you to tell me. My entire life has been destroyed. My engagement is over. My reputation is ruined. People I don't even know are calling me horrible names online. Please. He sighs heavily, looking conflicted. Finally, he speaks. Okay, look. Ryan came home the night of your party around 1 in the morning. He was on the phone with someone, and I overheard part of the conversation. He was laughing, saying something like, "I got the shot. She pushed me away fast, but you got the photo right." Then he said, "She has no idea what's coming." My blood runs cold. He planned it. He planned the kiss, knowing someone was photographing it. That's not all. Brandon continues. The next morning, I saw him on his phone texting someone. He was laughing, showing me screenshots of your Instagram comments like it was funny. He said, "Phase 1 complete." I asked what he meant. And he told me to mind my business. But Maya, I think he's working with someone to ruin you. Who? I demand. Who is he working with? I don't know, but whoever it is, they paid him. I saw a Venmo notification on his phone for $2,000 the morning after your party. He tried to hide it, but I saw the amount and the timestamp. Sophie and I exchange looks. Someone paid Ryan $2,000 to kiss me and create a scandal. But who and why? As we leave the coffee shop, the pieces start falling into place. This is bigger than I thought. This isn't just about a photo. This is a conspiracy. Someone wanted to destroy my engagement. Someone planned this carefully, paid Ryan, had a photographer ready, created a fake account in advance. And I won't stop until I expose everyone involved. 3 days after meeting Brandon, Detective Kim calls me back to the station. Her voice on the phone is serious, careful. Maya, I need you to come in. We've traced the Venmo payment. I'm there in 20 minutes, Sophie by my side. Detective Kim leads us to a small conference room and places a folder on the table. We got a warrant for Ryan's phone records and financial transactions based on the testimony from his roommate. Silence commands it. What we found is, in the stoic life, she opens the folder, the Venmo payment Brandon mentioned, it is lived, your fiancé's sister. The room spins. I can't breathe, Jessica. I whisper, but she's been like family to me. She called me her future sister. She was helping me plan my wedding. Detective Kim's expression is grim. These choices may seem small, but their impact accumulates. They've been planning this since before your engagement party was even announced. She slides printed screenshots across the table. My hands shake as I read them. Jessica, 5 weeks ago. I need you to help me stop this wedding. I'll pay you. Ryan, why do you care if Maya marries your brother? Jessica, because she's not good enough for him. Our family has standards, and I have someone better in mind. My best friend Natalie. She comes from money, real class. Maya's just a middle class. Nobody who got lucky. Ryan, so what's your plan? Jessica, make her look like a cheater. Ruin her reputation so badly that David has no choice but to leave her. At the engagement party, offer her a ride home. Kiss her. I'll have someone photograph it. Then we post it everywhere and watch her life fall apart. Ryan, and what do I get out of this? Jessica, $2,000 now, $3,000 when David calls off the wedding, $5,000 total. I'm crying so hard I can barely see the words. She destroyed my life because she didn't think I was good enough for her family. She wanted her friend to marry David instead. There's more. Detective Kim says. The photographer who took the image was Marcus Bennett, your fiancé's business partner. Jessica convinced him to do it by telling him it was a prank to test your loyalty to David. He had no idea she'd weaponize it to destroy you. He's cooperating fully now and is horrified by what happened. Does David know? I ask through tears. Not yet. We wanted to talk to you first. Do you want to press charges? I wipe my tears, and suddenly I'm not sad anymore. I'm furious, white. Hot rage floods through me. Yes. I want to press charges for conspiracy, defamation, and harassment. And I want David to know exactly what his sister did. That evening, Sophie helps me organize all the evidence, the text messages, Brandon's testimony, the financial records, Marcus's statement, everything. I draft a detailed post explaining what really happened with receipts. But before I post anything, I need to talk to David face. He deserves to hear this from me. I show up at his apartment unannounced. When he opens the door, he looks exhausted. Dark circles under his eyes. Rumpled clothes. Maya, I can't do this right now. Your sister set me up. I interrupt. She paid Ryan to kiss me, had Marcus photograph it, and created a fake account to post it. She wanted to destroy our relationship because she thinks I'm not good enough for your family. She wanted you to marry her friend Natalie instead. David stares at me. What are you talking about? I hand him my phone with all the evidence open. I watch his face as he reads confusion, then disbelief, then horror, then rage. His hands start shaking. Jessica did this. He whispers, my sister, she destroyed you because of money, because of class. She orchestrated everything. The police have all the proof. She's being charged with conspiracy and defamation. Ryan is being charged as an accomplice. David sinks onto his couch, head in his hands. He looks like he might be sick. I accused you of cheating. I let my family turn against you. I didn't even listen to your side of the story properly. Maya, I'm so sorry. Sorry isn't enough, David. My voice is cold now, steady. When things got hard, You immediately assumed the worst about me. You didn't trust me. You didn't defend me. You let your sister manipulate you and destroy me without even questioning her motives. I'll make this right. I'll tell everyone the truth. I'll fix this. You can't fix this. I say quietly, you showed me who you really are. When it mattered most, you chose to believe strangers on the internet over the woman you claimed to love. I can forgive what Jessica and Ryan did, they're just terrible people. But you were supposed to be my partner. You were supposed to trust me. You were supposed to stand by me. I remove my engagement ring and place it on his coffee table. The diamond catches the light one last time. The wedding is off. Not because of the scandal, because you failed me when I needed you most. Because you showed me that your love is conditional, dependent on appearances and other people's opinions. Maya, please. Goodbye, David. I walk out of his apartment with my head held high, leaving him sitting in stunned silence. Tomorrow, I'll post the truth and watch Jessica's world crumble the way mine did. But tonight, I'm free. I spend the night at my Aunt Patricia's house. She's my mother's younger sister, 50-something, divorced twice, and completely unbothered by social conventions. When I tell her everything, she doesn't cry or lecture me about reputation. She just pours us both large glasses of wine and says, "Let's burn them all down." The next morning, I'm ready. I post a detailed Instagram thread with all the evidence. Screenshots of Jessica's texts to Ryan, Brandon's testimony, Detective Kim's official statement, Marcus's confession that he thought it was just a prank, the Venmo transactions showing the $2,000 payment with more promised. I caption it simply, "The truth about what really happened," with receipts. Within 2 hours, the post has 10,000 shares. By afternoon, it's gone viral. The same people who called me a slut and a wrecker are now flooding my comments with apologies and outrage at Jessica. The narrative has completely flipped. Oh my God, I'm so sorry I believed the rumors. Jessica is evil. Who does this to someone? This is why we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Maya deserves an apology from everyone. Someone finds Jessica's Instagram and starts commenting on all her posts. Someone else finds Ryan's photography business page and leaves 1-star reviews everywhere. Paid to ruin someone's life. Do not hire. My phone starts ringing with calls from local news stations. Sophie, working her PR magic, helps me select one reputable outlet. I do a 10-minute interview segment. The reporter, a woman in her 40s, treats me with respect and genuine concern. Maya, what do you want people to understand about this situation? I look directly at the camera. I want people to understand how quickly someone's reputation can be destroyed by a single photo taken out of context. I want people to think twice before joining an online mob against someone they don't know, and I want people to understand that not everything you see on social media is real. Sometimes, it's a carefully orchestrated lie designed to ruin someone's life. Sometimes, people who smile at you are planning your destruction. The interview goes viral. Suddenly, I'm not the villain anymore. I'm the victim of a cruel conspiracy. Think pieces are written. Social media, apology, videos are posted by people who attacked me. 3 days later, Detective Kim calls with updates. Jessica Wong has been formally charged with criminal conspiracy and defamation. Ryan Lee is being charged as an accomplice. Marcus Bennett is cooperating with prosecutors in exchange for reduced charges since he was deceived about the plan's true nature. The district attorney thinks we have a very strong case. What about David? I ask. He's been providing testimony against his sister. He's pretty broken up about the whole thing, but that's not your concern anymore. She's right. It's not. A week after I post the truth, Jessica's reputation is completely destroyed. She gets fired from her job after her company sees the news coverage and decides they don't want the association. Her friend Natalie, the woman she wanted David to marry instead of me, publicly distances herself with an Instagram post. I had absolutely no knowledge of Jessica's plan and find her actions disturbing and unforgivable. Maya, I'm so sorry this happened to you. David's parents call me. His mother is crying on the phone. Maya, we had no idea what Jessica was doing. We are so ashamed. She's always been controlling, but we never imagined. Please, is there any way you can forgive us? Forgive David. He loves you so much. Your daughter tried to destroy my life because she didn't think I was good enough for your family. I say quietly. She manipulated your son, paid my ex-boyfriend, and turned me into a public villain overnight. And all of you believed her without question. You never once asked for my side of the story. You were ready to cancel a wedding based on a single photo and rumors. So no, I don't think I can forgive that. I hang up and block their numbers. Sophie takes me out for dinner to celebrate. We go to our favorite Thai restaurant, the one we've been going to since college. You did it, Maya. You cleared your name and exposed everyone who wronged you. It doesn't feel like winning, I admit, pushing pad thai around my plate. I lost my fiancé, my wedding, 2 years of my life. Even though everyone knows the truth now, the damage is done. Those comments are still out there. People still saw me at my lowest. Sophie reaches across the table and squeezes my hand. No, you gained something more valuable. You found out who you could trust and who you couldn't. You found your strength, and you learned that you don't need anyone who doesn't believe in you. That's worth more than a wedding. That night, I receive a long email from David. Pages of apologies. He writes about how sorry he is, how he wants to rebuild my trust, how he's cut his sister out of his life completely. He says he understands if I can never forgive him, but he wants to spend the rest of his life proving he's worthy of a second chance. I read it twice, then I delete it. Some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt. Ryan's photography business collapses. Dozens of clients cancel bookings. His website gets bombarded with negative reviews. Someone finds his full Venmo transaction history and posts it online, showing he received the full $5,000 from Jessica after I called off the wedding. His reputation is completely destroyed. Jessica tries to apologize publicly with an Instagram post. I made a terrible mistake driven by misguided loyalty to my brother. I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm seeking therapy and hope to become a better person. The comments are brutal. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. Jail time isn't enough for what you did. You're a sociopath. No one is buying her fake remorse. A lawyer named Elena Morales reaches out to me via email. I specialize in defamation cases. She writes, "What happened to you is one of the most clear-cut cases I've seen. I'd like to represent you pro bono. You have a strong case for civil damages, emotional distress, reputation damage, lost wages if your career was affected. I hire her immediately. If they wanted to destroy me, they'll pay for it." Literally, 2 months after the scandal, I'm sitting in Elena's office as she presents her settlement offer to Jessica's attorney over a conference call. We're suing for $150,000 in damages. Elena says, her voice ice, cold and professional. Compensation for emotional distress, therapy costs, reputation damage, and lost professional opportunities. Jessica's lawyer tries to negotiate down. My client doesn't have that kind of money. She's lost her job. Perhaps we can discuss $50,000. Your client orchestrated a criminal conspiracy to destroy my client's life. Elena interrupts. She paid an accomplice, recruited a photographer, created fake social media accounts, and systematically demolished my client's reputation. The evidence is overwhelming. If we go to trial, the jury will award significantly more, plus punitive damages. This settlement is generous. You have 48 hours to accept, or we proceed to trial. Jessica's lawyer reluctantly agrees. A week later, I receive a check for $150,000. It doesn't erase what happened, but it helps. It feels like validation. Like proof that what they did was truly wrong. I use part of the money to move into a better apartment. A fresh start in a neighborhood across town where no one knows my story. Modern kitchen, lots of natural light, a small balcony with a view of the park. I also start seeing a therapist. Dr. Michelle Park specializes in trauma recovery. Our sessions are difficult but healing. You're experiencing PTSD from what was essentially a public assassination of your character. She explains during our third session, it's normal to have trust issues, anxiety, and hypervigilance after what you went through. Will I ever feel normal again? I ask. You'll feel different, stronger hopefully, but this experience changed you, and that's okay. The goal isn't to go back to who you were. It's to become someone even better. Someone who knows her worth and doesn't need external validation. At work, my reputation slowly rebuilds. My boss, who initially distanced himself during the scandal, apologizes and gives me a promotion. Your resilience and grace under pressure impressed company leadership. He says, "We'd like you to head our new crisis communications division." I accept, but I know I'll never fully trust him again. He showed me who he was when things got difficult. Sophie remains my closest friend, the only person who never doubted me, never questioned me, never wavered in her support. We start a monthly tradition, Truth and Tequila Thursdays, where we drink margaritas and talk honestly about life, no filters. You saved me, I tell her one night, 3 margaritas deep. If you hadn't investigated, hadn't believed me, I might have given up. That's what real friends do, she says simply. We show up. I reconnect with my Aunt Patricia, who becomes an unexpected mentor. She teaches me to stop caring so much about what other people think. Maya, you spent your whole life trying to be perfect, trying to fit into everyone else's expectations. She says one afternoon as we're having coffee, "Look where that got you. Maybe it's time to live for yourself. Figure out what you want, not what everyone else wants for you." Her words hit deep. I start making changes. I sign up for salsa dancing classes. I book a solo trip to Portugal, something I've always wanted to do, but David thought was too risky for a woman alone. I pursue hobbies I'd abandoned while planning a wedding painting, hiking, reading fiction instead of wedding magazines. I'm learning who I am without David, without the pressure of being someone's perfect fiancé, without worrying about fitting into his family's expectations. 6 months after everything fell apart, I run into Marcus Bennett at a coffee shop downtown. He looks uncomfortable when he sees me, like he's debating whether to say hello or pretend he didn't notice me. I make the decision for him. "Hello, Marcus." He approaches slowly. "Maya, I just want to say again how sorry I am. I had no idea what Jessica was planning. If I'd known she would use that photo to destroy you, you would have refused to take it." I interrupt. "Marcus, you still took it. You still participated. Maybe you didn't know the full plan, but you knew something was off. You knew it was inappropriate to secretly photograph that moment." He nods, looking genuinely ashamed. "You're right, I was a coward. I let Jessica manipulate me because she's David's sister and I didn't want to cause workplace tension. I should have trusted my instincts. I hope someday you can forgive me. I'm working on forgiving everyone, including myself. I say honestly, But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It just means I'm not letting it poison me anymore. It means I'm choosing to move forward rather than stay stuck in anger. That's mature of you, he says. No, it's survival. I hear through mutual friends that David is struggling. He broke up with Natalie after finding out she knew about Jessica's obsession with setting them up, even though she claims she didn't know about the conspiracy. His relationship with Jessica is completely destroyed. She's essentially disowned by the family now, living alone in a small apartment, facing criminal charges. I feel a moment of satisfaction hearing about Jessica's downfall, then nothing. Emptiness where anger used to be. David's not my problem anymore. Jessica's not my problem anymore. They're just people who used to be in my life. One evening, I'm scrolling through Instagram when I see a message request from someone named Kevin Zhang. He introduces himself as a digital forensics expert who's been following my case in the news. I specialize in helping people remove damaging content from the internet. He writes, suppressing search results, scrubbing negative articles, rebuilding online reputations. If you're interested, I can help clean up your digital footprint. Pro bono. What happened to you was wrong. And I want to help. I meet with Kevin the following week. He's professional, knowledgeable, and true to his word. Within weeks, he's helped suppress the negative posts and articles. When you Google my name now, you don't immediately find the scandal. You find my professional accomplishments, my marketing portfolio, my updated LinkedIn, my life moving forward. A year after the scandal, I'm standing at Sophie's wedding as her maid of honor. As I watch her marry her partner, surrounded by people who genuinely love them, I realize I'm genuinely happy. Not bitter, not broken, not pretending, actually happy. That night, alone in my apartment, I write in my journal, a year ago, I thought my life was over. I thought one kiss, one photo, one lie would define me forever, but I was wrong. I'm not the woman who got destroyed. I'm the woman who fought back, who exposed the truth, who rebuilt herself from nothing. And that's a much better story. 15 months after everything happened, I receive an unexpected message on LinkedIn. It's from Jessica. My first instinct is to delete it without reading, but curiosity, or maybe the need for closure, makes me open it. The message is long, rambling, desperate. She writes about how she's lost everything: her job, her friends, her family's trust, her self-respect. She's in therapy now, she claims, working on understanding why she did something so cruel. She's been diagnosed with something, receiving treatment, trying to become a better person. She asks if we can meet for coffee. She wants to apologize in person, face to face. I screenshot the message and send it to Sophie. Her response is immediate. Absolutely not. She doesn't deserve your time or energy. Delete and block. I know. I type back. But maybe I need to hear her apologize, for closure, to close this chapter completely. It's already closed, Maya. You don't owe her anything. She's right. But I agree to the meeting anyway. A week later, I'm sitting in a quiet coffee shop in a neighborhood neither of us frequents. Jessica walks in, and I barely recognize her. She looks terrible, thinner, older somehow, with dark circles under her eyes. Her clothes are cheaper, less polished. There's no trace of the confident, manipulative woman who destroyed my life. She sits down across from me, hands shaking slightly. Maya, I don't expect you to forgive me. She begins, her voice trembling. I just needed you to know that I'm sorry, truly, deeply sorry. What I did was unforgivable, inexcusable, monstrous. You're right, it was unforgivable. I say calmly, sipping my coffee. You didn't just create a scandal, you tried to erase me as a person. You weaponized people's worst instincts. You turned me into a public villain and watched me suffer. You turned my life into a nightmare because you thought I wasn't good enough for your family. Jessica is crying now, tears streaming down her face. I was jealous. You made David happy in a way I couldn't control. You didn't need our family's money or status. You were genuine, and I couldn't stand that. I thought if I could break you two up, I could maintain control over my brother's life, over our family's image. That's psychotic, Jessica. You understand that, right? I know. I've been diagnosed with a personality disorder, narcissistic tendencies, control issues. I'm on medication now, and I'm working with a therapist twice a week. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm not asking for anything. I just wanted you to know that you didn't deserve any of it. You were innocent, kind, good, and I destroyed you anyway because of my own sickness. I take a sip of my coffee, weighing my next words carefully. Jessica, thank you for apologizing, but here's what you need to understand. I don't need your apology to move on. I already have. You thought destroying my engagement would destroy me, but actually, you freed me. Jessica looks up, shocked. You exposed David's weaknesses. You showed me who I could truly trust. You forced me to rebuild myself into someone stronger. In a twisted way, you did me a favor. Maya, I'm happier now than I was when I was engaged to your brother. I continue. I'm stronger, more independent, more confident. I know my worth now. I don't need anyone's approval. You tried to tear me down, but you accidentally built me up. So thank you, I guess, for being the villain I needed to finally become the hero of my own story. I stand up, leaving my half-finished coffee on the table. I hope you get the help you need, Jessica. I really do. But I hope you understand that I will never forgive you. Not because I'm holding a grudge, but because what you did is simply unforgivable. Some actions don't deserve forgiveness. Some people don't deserve a place in your life, even a small one. Goodbye. I walk out of the coffee shop without looking back. As I step into the sunlight, I feel lighter than I have in over a year. That chapter of my life is finally, truly closed. That evening, I get a text from an unknown number. It's David. I heard you met with Jessica today. I just want you to know that I'm proud of how you've handled everything. You deserved better than me, better than all of us. I hope you find someone who trusts you the way you deserve to be trusted, someone who believes in you without question. I stare at the message for a long moment, then reply simply, I already have. I found myself. I block his number and delete the entire conversation. Some people don't deserve even a small corner of your life. Some chapters need to be completely erased to make room for better stories. 2 years after the scandal that nearly destroyed me, I'm standing in front of a room full of young women at a community center downtown. Sophie helped me organize a workshop called Surviving Digital Assassination: How to Protect and Rebuild Your Reputation. I tell them my story, holding nothing back. I show them the original photo, the vicious comments, the evidence that exposed the conspiracy. I watch their faces change from shock to anger to hope as I explain how I fought back. The most important thing I learned, I tell them, is that your reputation is not your identity. People will believe lies about you. They'll judge you without knowing the truth. They'll participate in your destruction without questioning whether the story they're hearing is even real. But you know who you are. Hold on to that. Fight for that. And surround yourself with people who believe in you even when the world doesn't. After the workshop, several women approach me with their own stories. Online harassment, revenge porn, reputation destruction. We exchange contact information. I offer to help however I can. Maybe this is my purpose now, helping others survive what I survived. That night, I'm having dinner with Sophie and her wife when Sophie makes an announcement. Maya, I have news. My company is creating a new division focused on crisis management and reputation recovery, social media damage control, defamation response, rebuilding public image. I want you to lead it. I'm stunned. Sophie, I'm not qualified. Are you kidding? You're the most qualified person I know. You lived through a crisis and came out stronger. You understand exactly what victims of defamation need: emotional support, strategic response, evidence gathering, legal action. This is perfect for you. I think about it for exactly 10 seconds before accepting. It feels right. Turning my trauma into something that helps others feels like the final piece of my healing. 3 months into my new role, I've helped 6 clients rebuild their reputations after various online scandals. Each success feels like a small victory against the forces that tried to destroy me. I'm also dating again casually, carefully. I meet someone named Alex at a work conference. They're patient, kind, funny. Most importantly, they know my whole story and don't judge me for it. You're one of the strongest people I've ever met. Alex tells me on our 3rd date, what you went through would have broken most people, but you turned it into something positive. We're taking things slow, but I feel hopeful in a way I haven't felt in years. One evening, I'm cleaning out old boxes when I find something unexpected. The engagement ring David gave me. I'd returned it to him, but apparently he tried to give it back during one of my moves. It got packed away, forgotten. I hold it up to the light, watching it sparkle. I think about the woman who wore this ring, the woman who thought a perfect wedding would make her happy, who cared so much about what everyone thought, who hadn't yet learned her own strength. I don't miss her, but I don't hate her either. She did her best with what she knew. I sell the ring the next day. I donate half the money to a nonprofit that helps victims of cyberbullying. The other half goes into a savings account for my future, whatever that looks like. That night, as I'm falling asleep in my apartment, I think about how one kiss, one photo, one night changed my entire life. But not in the way my enemies intended. They tried to destroy me and accidentally forced me to rebuild myself into someone stronger, wiser, more authentic. Someone who knows her worth, someone who doesn't need anyone else's approval, someone who can stand alone. I let my ex drive me home after the party. One kiss ended my engagement and ruined my reputation overnight. But it also gave me something far more valuable than a perfect wedding or a pristine reputation. It gave me back myself. And that's a trade I'd make again in a heartbeat. The end